According to the Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Dr. Src Akoto, at the ceremony of Baffour Akoto Moot Court competition, in his statement said, farmers are the poorest income earners in the economy, which makes the answer lies in the inequality of the society.
This provides a challenge to any government to strive to raise the living standards of farmers to the level of the average Ghanaian. In a similar vein, the disadvantage suffered by people living with disability, women and children in society have to be addressed through strong advocacy and public policy. We'll still have discrimination of women at the workplace and at home. Women farmers are denied land rights, and in many cases, their cultivation is limited to food crops rather than the more profitable cash crops which are in the reserve for men. Oftentimes, farm machinery supplied to farmers are for the benefit of their male counterparts. Child labor has become an issue in recent years, especially on cocoa farms and along the river Volta. The opening up of education to the girl child is leading to an increase in rising role of women in society at the top echelon. These favorable trends would not have been achieved without strong advocacy and changes in the law. Currently, in this country, those living with disabilities still struggle to make their voices heard. In spite of the introduction of laws to achieve this objective, the impact on the lives of our disabled countrymen and women has not been substantial. Strong advocacy is therefore needed to address these concerns, to provide an enabling environment for their valuable contribution to Ghana. I'm reliably informed that the Ghana School of Law has already taken steps to provide new disabled-friendly facilities and has begun the construction. I'm further informed that 2 visually impaired students have benefited from the newly introduced SRC Scholarship Fund. It is my hope that there will be many more, and that in the not too distant future, the inclusion of our disabled members of society will not be an exception but the norm. Mr. Chairman, the Moot Court competition is named after Baffour Akoto. The link between the law and Baffour Akoto derives from the case Ray Akoto and 7 others. This cause célèbre is celebrated each year by students of this school with an endowment established by Santihine Utufo Sedutu II in 2006. Following the footsteps of your predecessors, this competition seeks to highlight the importance of human rights in our pursuit of a more equal and just society. The facts of the case are well known, and I'm sure you students are by now acquainted with them. However, for the purposes of this event, I would like to give you the highlights of the event leading to the case. Baffour Akoto.
Also speaking at the event was the President of Ghana School of Law, Mr. Victor Kutor, established that the annual moot competition, which involved the faculty King's University College and many more, as a modality of this year's competition.
Every year, as director indicated, the Ghana School of Law has the moot competition. But for the first time, we are involving the faculties and African countries. So the program starting next week is just the preliminary rounds. Just as when we have the African Cup of Nations tournament, some countries are seeded. So the Ghana School of Law has been seeded. Ghana School of Law, we are not participating next week. But the faculties, the King's University College, are you here? Yeah. So these are all faculties, King's University, Legon, they will play among themselves next week. Now, those who will qualify for the finals will meet Ghana School of Law to welcome the team from Nigeria and Sierra Leone during the SRC week in April. So that is the modalities for this year's moot court competition. However, for the first time in the history of the SRC, we are also having the symposium. And this is pursuant to Article 4.2 of the SRC Constitution. In fact, the first most important activity per the SRC Constitution is public lecture, symposium, and moot court. So this year, I want to give effect to Article 4.2 of the SRC Constitution by having the symposium. Now, for the symposium, it's also for 3 days. And luckily, we are grateful to GIMPA. We paid for the McDonald Hall, Moot Hall at GIMPA for 3 days from the 24th, 25th, and 26th. Respectfully, for day one, we have 2 important speakers for day one. Honorable Charles Bisiu, I must say, he is currently the regional secretary for the New Patriotic Party. He will be speaking on leadership and political organization this year. He will be speaking next week. Honorable Jacob Atule Adongo is visually impaired, currently a director with the Youth Employment Agency. I must say, he is the deputy director in charge of disability with the Youth Employment Agency and a former communications member of the National Democratic Congress. He will also be speaking on disability, politics, and leadership next week on the Green Hill campus. We understand the essence of this symposium. We know that the law does not sit alone. The law is not mutually exclusive from the society. So we've brought speakers from finance. So Mr. Salom Toko will speak on the law and finance. He's a chartered accountant. Because lawyers, our seniors lawyers, they work in firms and they are accountant there, and it's important that they know how to relate to all these professionals. So Mr. Salom Kwame Toko will speak on finance and the law. Honorable Minister, before I touch on day 2, we are excited to inform you that day 3 has been seated for only female speakers. Female speakers. The essence is to push the women drive in law and in our society. So day 3, respectfully, we have here the Director of Legal Education. And I'm happy because during the first internship, I did my internship under her at the Ministry of Energy. I know how wild she is. Director, you can please stand up for us. She will be speaking on how to encourage women and experience after legal education. She started from the chambers to Ministry of Finance and now with the Ministry of Energy. We wanted to share her experience with us. Also, we will have Madam Isabella Boatin. We also have Mrs. Victoria Ba, Madam Todora Kote, and Mrs. Efua Gati. Hopefully, the registrar of the Ghana School of Law will be the chairperson for day 3. We want the whole day to be female activities, women activities. We are grateful and respectfully, I must say that it's important that we recognize GIZ Ghana. It's a German company and they intend to sponsor the SRC during the SRC week. You could see Grigri and their team over there. It's a German company. Other minister, respectfully, also for the first time, we have brought Ghana Commercial Bank to the Ghana School of Law main campus. So that when it's time to pay school fees, we don't need to go and be in the queue for 3 hours. Students can just come to Ghana Commercial Bank here to do their bankers draft. Because that 3 hours, we will be able to use that to study. So we are happy to inform students and Ghana Commercial Bank, we are in the process of signing a 3-year sponsorship deal. Respectfully, having given the modalities for the moot courts and the symposium, with the permission of the chairman for today's occasion, with the permission of the Director of Legal Education, with the permission of our Honorable Minister, I will stand on behalf of the entire SRC, the Executive Council, the Congress, the Judiciary, the entire SRC, and in my capacity as the President and Chief Spokesman of the SRC, I declare respectfully the 2022 Baffour Akoto African Moot Court Competition and Symposium during launch.